So recently, my dad bought a used car from a dealership, and me, being a new adult, went along for the ride. Whee! He had already done his research and knew exactly which car he wanted to look at. So we got there, found the car on the lot, and checked it out. All the cars for sale have a piece of paper taped to the window with the details. You know, power steering, power windows, a possum in the engine, the usual stuff. These papers also have the price of the car on them. If you don't know anything about buying a car, there's a negotiation process involved. Sellers expect buyers to try to lower the price, so the seller actually has a little bit of room to negotiate. I'm not sure why this is. Maybe it's because it's such a big purchase? I mean, how weird would it be if people did that for groceries? Your total is $62.37. I'll give you $20. Ma'am, this is a Walmart. Okay, I can do $25 and I'll throw in this 8-count chicken nugget. Deal. So my dad and I are looking over this car, and on the details paper, we noticed that the price for this car is higher than what was advertised online. We asked the salesman about this, and he says, "Oh yeah, we put the lower price online to get people to come to our location." Now, I don't know a lot about cars, but I do know business tactics. In this case, it's a double whammy. First, once a potential buyer is there in person, it's harder for them to walk away empty-handed. Second, sellers show a price online, which is the one the buyer ends up paying anyway, and then show a higher price in person. This makes the customer ask the questions the salesman wants them to ask. Hey, what's with the different prices? Oh, the higher price is the suggested market value. The car is actually worth that much. Is there any way we can negotiate on the price? Tell you what, I can work in this discount just for you. But that's just what was advertised online. It's a discount. Oh, well, then that's a pretty good deal. This is called anchoring bias. Customers are shown an item that appears to have a significant discount applied. The seller shows the original price slashed out with the discounted one right next to it. The slashed out original plants the idea of the actual value of the item. The buyer thinks they now have a chance to get it for a really good deal. I've seen this done with online shopping too, especially on an app called Wish. Now, I'm not saying people shouldn't use these apps or online stores, just to be aware of what they're paying for. I still use these platforms now and then. I just know that I'm not getting as much of a discount as I'd like to believe. I saw an advertisement for the app, and since it was free to download, figured I'd check it out. It's basically like Amazon, but with weirder and cheaper stuff. I noticed items originally posted for almost $100 being offered for less than $10. I didn't understand why anyone would cut their profits so much, so I searched for the same item online and found the so-called discount was the actual value of the item. It wasn't even worth anything close to the slashed price. And then I bought it anyways. One other way anchoring works is to post 3 listings for the same item. Post A has a low price, Post B has a middle price, and Post C has a really high price. Sellers know that buyers aren't going to pay the price listed on Post C. Third post is there to make Post B, the middle price, look like a really good deal. The secret is that Post B is the actual value of the item, and Post C is just a decoy that plants the idea of a higher value. When buyers opt for Post B, they believe they are getting a discount, but they are actually paying full price. That is anchoring. Sellers plant the idea that something is worth a lot more, but they'll give it to buyers for much less. It makes customers feel like they're getting the better end of the deal without sellers actually losing profit. To avoid anchoring bias, buyers should do enough research before buying so they understand the actual value of an item. I like to check multiple websites or stores before making a large purchase. That way I have a better idea of what something is worth, especially if I expect to negotiate on the price. I may not actually be paying for a discounted item, but this way I know what I'm paying for instead of believing a false premise. All in all, the best thing to remember is that if something seems too good to be true, it probably is.